What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How's everybody doing? How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope everything is going well for you in your world. And I just want to mention a couple things in the beginning of this video and just thank everybody for their participation in this channel, for sharing, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, for hitting that notification bell. I'm deeply grateful for each and every one of you who have subscribed, who do watch the videos, who do share them out. You're spreading the word, you're bringing awareness to humanity, and I'm just grateful for each and every one of you. And there's no shortage of my gratitude, my deep gratitude for each and every one of you on this journey. And I thank you for walking this journey with me, and I thank you for being courageous enough to walk this journey. Whether you're a starseed, whether you're part of the 144,000, whether you're a light worker, whether you're Palladians, whatever you are, and you're walking this journey at this time, I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you, because this is no easy task, and yet it's beautiful. It's a beautiful time to be alive, and each and every one of us should be grateful that we're even here and we're in the physical and we get to experience this ascension process, because on the other side, it's coming. I'm getting so much information lately that's coming through that we are close, and I'm getting chills as I talk about this. I got just a massive wave of chills. Yeah, we're all on the right track, man. If you're watching this video, you are on the right track. You are on the right path. You got this. We all got this. It's already been done. We've already won in this quantum field. The new Earth is already created. And there's many new Earths, and there's many Earths. Depending on where we arrive with our vibration and frequency will depend on that. I'll go into that in another video, but this is not for that. I just want to thank you all for your service here at this time, at this juncture, because this is such a beautiful time, and I am so grateful to walk this path and this journey with all of you. So I just want to get that out of the way and just mention that, and just say please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I truly am grateful for each and every one of you who do. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say in the beginning, and just thank you. Just spread my love to everyone. And so yeah, let's get into it, man. Happy Friday to everybody, and may you have a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. And yeah, hope you're enjoying the summer weather. The sun is definitely changing, there's no question about it. It's interesting because it's got like a white tinge to it. It's like kind of white looking. It used to be very yellow, like just the sun rays all over the ground and on everything, and now it seems like it's got this white color to it. It's definitely changing and transforming, that's for sure. And you can tell the difference. But I wanted to talk more in depth about letting go attachment, whether it be attachment to the certification you have, or the identity you hold, or a specific type of food, or a material thing, or a person, place, or thing. And how I've been essentially guided more and more to let go. And I'm getting chills as I talk about that too, because it's something that I have to do and I feel like is needed. And I feel like I've been going through it for, I would venture to say, like the last 7 years, if not more. And it's almost been like little by little, step by step, I found myself being led to these books that, like the Four Agreements, like I've spoke about on this channel before, which that kind of essentially grooms you, I guess the word, or prepares you to continue to let go, and detach and step into the observer and awareness. And that practice has been being shown to me for the past years. And then I end up in this class the last 3 times. This is the 3rd one now, which has a lot to do with awareness, which when you are aware of what is happening, you realize that it's not you. So this is a very, very hard topic to very hard topic to put into words, because there's so many levels of attachment, or levels of awareness, or levels of observing. And I was recording a previous video and the battery went, so I had to end it, and I didn't kind of finish what I wanted to finish, so I'm re-recording this video. And it could be like the suffering of a loss of a pet, or the loss of a loved one or relative. Now, no one's saying not to be emotional. No one's saying that you're not going to cry. No one's saying that you're not going to have emotions coming up. That's okay. But the moment you attach to that thought, or that emotion, or that situation, or that thing, or that person, is the moment the suffering begins. And it's taken me a very long time, and I'm not going to say that I'm this perfect individual, that I don't experience these things. But I can tell you this right now, it's not for very long, if it is at all, because I realize that that thought is not me. And I realize that thought is usually not mine, that comes in my awareness. And I realize that I have the ability to change it. And if it's something like a lower vibrational thought, or, a negative thought, or something that's not something that I want to create in my life, the moment you see, let me backtrack a moment, because what I learned like many years ago is they're just thought forms. The moment you attach to that thought form is the moment it takes you for a ride. And I was starting to use many different analogies, like me taking a shower, and the thoughts, to envision the thoughts as if they're coming out of the shower, and instead of it being water, they're the thoughts. So they're the words just pouring out of the shower head, like ebb and flow. Or another analogy I was using was, there was like logs in a river, and the thoughts were like people just sitting on the logs. And basically, I was just sitting on the side of the river, watching the logs go by, watching the thoughts go by, but not attaching to them. And see, many, many years ago, I found myself attaching to those thought forms, and they took me for a ride. It was as if I was in like an inner tube going down a river doing whitewater rafting. And I was on the back of the raft grabbing on to the thoughts as the inner tube is pulling me and taking me for a ride down this raging river. And that's what would happen. And so what ended up happening is it becomes like a broken record, and you're just like in this hamster wheel, and the thoughts are in that hamster wheel just going around and going around and going around like a broken record, or like a hamster running in the wheel. And the moment I got to the point where I felt like I retrained myself, where I could just sit down, like where I'm sitting right now, and just observe. No attachment to either one of those thoughts because they're not mine. Just watch them. And the moment you don't do that, and the moment you step into awareness and you step into observing, is the moment those thoughts just, they come and they go. They don't hang around because I'm not attached to them. I'm not giving them the energy. I'm just watching. I'm just observing. I'm aware that they're there. I'm aware that the thoughts are happening. I'm aware that I'm sitting here in front of the camera recording this video, right? So it's like the moment you can do that is the moment that the suffering subsides. The moment that you drop into peace. But what really is peace? So the more and more you can pay attention to just observing, and just watching and just, so I'm aware of the letter that came in the mail. And this too is okay. I'm just aware of the letter. I'm not the letter. I'm not attached to the letter. I'm not attached to that experience. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I'm going to have to do some sort of action. Whether it be call somebody or scan it and send it to somebody, or, contact the organization. But just being aware and observing, you won't have a reaction. Yes, there's going to be some kind of situation. Maybe you're going to owe a lot of money. Maybe you're not going to owe a lot of money. Maybe you're getting something back. You know what I mean? But like the moment you attach to that, the moment you step out of observing it, is the moment it creates suffering. And that's when the health begins to decline. That's when different things begin to happen. The more and more you can practice being aware and making conscious decisions, is the moment that your life changes. Life changing. It's like I've talked about breath work. And then you see things from a vantage point of almost like you're looking from above in a helicopter, flying around, just observing. From above, you're just watching every situation, every experience. That doesn't mean you're not going to have fun, doesn't mean you're not going to be sad, doesn't mean you're not going to be happy and joyful, blissful, or angry or frustrated. No one said that that's not going to be the case. But these situations won't affect you in the way that they did. anymore.
I said there's nothing out there. Nothing. Nothing.
That's the moment you will
Nothing.
see things in a different light. That's the moment you will see things from a higher vantage point. That's the moment you will experience life differently. That you're not any of it. And at the same time, you're all of it. It's such a paradigm, man. It's such a paradox. It's so profound, yet crazy at the same time. And and yet funny at the same time, right? And so the more you can just observe everything, more so than like putting your input in and saying this or that, like just listening. It's almost like you just listening, you know? Like me just sitting there listening to you speak about your life, your experiences, and I'm just listening. I'm just observing with no judgment. And if I did have judgment, that's okay too, you know? But I'm just sitting there and just observing it all. That to me is pure mastery. And the more and more each day goes by, the more and more I feel like I am mastering it. Not to say that I don't have a long way to go, not to say that I'm no better than you are. I just urge you to put in the work. It pays off. It truly pays off. You know? And I've told you in many other videos to ask for help, ask for guidance, keep speaking, asking questions to the universe. You will get the answers. One way or another, you will get them. You'll get them from somebody you listen to. You'll stumble upon a video. Maybe it'll be a video like this on this channel. You ask and you will receive. And you'll get more clarity and you'll get more understanding. But when you sit there and you don't inquire and question, you won't get the answers you're looking for. But the more you question, the more you ask, the more clarity you'll receive. And it'll come in all different ways. You just have to believe, you have to trust. You have to have faith. Because it doesn't have to come from inside. It can come from, the messages can come from a billboard. They can come from a video on YouTube. They can come from you going to a seminar or you going to a retreat and then speaking to somebody, and then the message comes from them. It doesn't matter who it comes from. It doesn't mean it's any less because it didn't come from above. It is coming from above. You're just seeing it maybe in human form in some certain ways. Maybe you read an article. Maybe you stumble upon a book that falls off the shelf. And at that moment, you needed that message that will connect the dots for answers that you've been looking for. That's how it works. You know? It doesn't have to be channeled, so to speak. You could talk to somebody, and then they bring you the message, you know, that you've been asking for. Or like I said, you find some teacher and then they wrote a book. And then you're like, man, I feel called to get that book. And then you get that book. And then in that book has the answers you've been looking for. So don't discount anything. It doesn't have to be channeled. It doesn't have to come from a psychic. It doesn't have to come from within. It can come from the outer world too. It can come from you just watching a movie and connecting the dots to questions you've been asking answers to. So just keep your eyes peeled. It comes in all forms. The messages come in all forms. Just let go, have faith, have trust, ask for help, and you will see your life transform right before your eyes. I hope that this video finds you and that you learn something from this and that it helps you to grow, and maybe it'll have an answer that you've been looking for in it. I love you all so much. From my heart to yours, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, until the next video, I will see you in the next one. Love you all. And let's go, Wisdom Warriors Light. We got this.